What's going on, guys? Super9 and welcome back to another fantastic Datapack video. Today we are going to be taking a look at how to spawn in decorations with Datapack. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So for those of you who have been following along with the tutorial series on how to basically generate a village and get it to spawn naturally within your Minecraft world through Datapacks, this will be something that you probably recognize. For those of you who haven't seen this tutorial series, I have links popping up everywhere and down in the description, as well as other links to specific videos for the tutorial series. You want to check that out as well so you can follow along and learn more about what we're doing here. All right, so this one is going to be pretty easy, especially if you followed along with the previous episode, which was how to spawn mobs and entities using Datapacks. So check that out if you haven't already. Links located in the description below. So we're going to be working with this lantern that is in front of us here. This is going to be a street light that we're going to be implementing into our naturally spawning village that's going to randomly spawn as it so chooses when it generates. So for those of you that haven't messed around with structure files and jigsaw blocks before, what you need to do is build yourself a little structure like you see here. And then you want to place a jigsaw block down at the bottom in this case. So this jigsaw block is going to be looking for another jigsaw block, which is going to be the one off to the side. We'll go over that here in a second, with this name and target name inside of it. So then it knows that, hey, I'm trying to make connection with this block, the jigsaw block. So then we are going to have this turn into Minecraft cherry_wood, because that's what I want this jigsaw block to turn into when it's done. And then that's all you really need to do. Once you set it up like this, you can just hit done and it's good to go. You can save it into your structure file. And this is just going into a generated folder that I have named Epic Villages. You can leave this blank and just put lantern 1 in this text field, if you will. And this would go into the default generated Minecraft folder that Minecraft's going to basically generate for you when you save this. This relative position is basically just where the bounding block box is starting, which is right here. And then the structure size, of course, is right here. And then you just click save and you are good to go. You've got that into an NBT file. Now, if you don't know how to access those files and stuff, definitely check out the tutorials. I do have a tutorial where I do go into that stuff and show you how to access all those files and get them into your Datapack. So check that out. So moving on, we are going to review this jigsaw block. So this jigsaw block is going to be the one that's going to be placed inside of our streets over here to basically make calls to this to get it to spawn. So inside of this one, this is the important one. We've got the target pool. This is going to be in our template pool, which you'll see once we jump into VSCode. It's going to be looking for a JSON file that's going to be called the decor_lighting. And then that's going to point to the NBT file, which is our lantern over here. So like I said previously, we've got this stuff right here. This is part of the jigsaw block where it is targeting this one that is over here so that these two know that they're trying to make connection with each other. And then this, I just have turning into a random block. I'm just going to have it into a grass block. You can basically have it turn into whatever you would like as well. So once you get all of this set up, you just click done and this one is good to go. So what we're going to do next is we are going to hit control and then middle mouse wheel. That's going to make an exact copy of this jigsaw block. As you can see, all the data is in here as well, which makes it really nice. So I think what we're going to do is I'm just going to throw this into this curve real quick. So what we want to do is drop this thing somewhere right about here and have it facing up. So again, from the previous episodes and things like that, the arrows and the puzzle pieces are basically the face. And as you can see for the lantern, we've got the arrows pointing down and the puzzle face is down pointing on the ground. That's how it knows to make the connection with each other. So the next thing that we need to do as well that is vitally important is we do need to change this curve street NBT file structure save, if you will. We have to increase the height. And the reason why is because any time that you have something spawn inside of here, it needs to be within this bounding box. If it's not within this bounding box, it will not spawn. So in our case, I think this thing was, the lantern was 5 blocks high. So we do need to increase this 5 blocks high. So all we need to do is run over here to the structure block. And instead of it being set at 2, we are going to move it to 5. And we are going to basically hit detect so we can see it move up. There we go. And then we are going to hit save. And now we have saved that in Epic Villages. So now we can move this into our Datapack. So I'm going to do all of that stuff and jump into VSCode, and I'll meet you guys there. So here we are inside of VSCode, and the first thing that we need to do is create the folder that our lantern NBT file is going to be stored in. So for that case, what we're going to do is come into structures and village cherry, make sure that this is underlined, and then I'm going to add a new folder. I'm going to call this one decor. This is going to hold all of the decor, right? But specifically, we're going to create another folder that is going to be called lighting. And this is going to specifically hold all of our street lights and other lighting things that we might have within our village. So now that we've got these two folders created, I can then take that lantern NBT file and move it into here. All right, so as we can see, now I have lantern1.nbt inside of this lighting folder. So we've successfully moved in our structure file, which is totally awesome. Now we need to come down here into the template pool, and then this is where I was saying inside that Jigsaw block, we need to create this JSON file. So we're going to make sure that village cherry is underlined. We're going to hit a new file here, and we are going to name this decor_lighting.json, and everything is good with that. That's all we need there. Now, what we're going to do is I'm actually going to take from the iron golem here. I'm going to copy this and paste this inside of our newly created decor_lighting JSON file. So now we have to change all of the stuff that is in here to make it access this lantern 1. So to do that, this is pointing at itself, as we learned in the previous episodes. So we just need to change this by deleting it and go to decor_lighting, like so. And that's all good to go. Now we need to basically point to the location of where the NBT file is saved for our lantern. So in this case, we can literally just delete all of this stuff here. And we're going to go to Village Cherry there, and then decor. As you can see, it's going to autofill. So I'm going to hit tab, and then we're going to do / lighting. So it already found that folder, which is nice. And then / again. And then there is lantern 1. So now that is pointing right here to our lantern 1. And that is all that needs to be done. Like I said, I moved that curved street into our streets folder here and updated that. So that's all good to go. So with that said, we can literally just save this and jump into our Minecraft and see if this whole thing works. All right, so here we are back in Minecraft. And again, it's always good practice to exit out of your world and basically reload it when you are messing with generation, because if you don't do that, sometimes it can cause issues or things won't generate / spawn. So I've done that already. And with that said, let's place this guy down. So we're going to do / place. And then space, we're going to go down to structure, hit tab, space again. We've got Epic Village right there at the top. So I'm going to hit tab, and we should just hit enter, and hopefully we will see some lanterns. Look at that. Beautiful. So now that we've got that lantern to spawn, it is totally awesome because this is super powerful. Now you can do so much interchangeable stuff with it as well. So just look at these little cherry blossoms that I have on the corner of these buildings, let's say. What you could do is save the structure file, let's say, with different jigsaw blocks and have a whole bunch of different variations of things that spawn. So it could be a flower instead. You can have a light spawn on the side of the building, something like that. And you can create all different subfolders to give you even more control over specific structures, this, that, and the other. There's just so much that you can do other than just, adding a simple street light like we did in today's episode. So it is totally awesome. If you guys would like to see more of that stuff, definitely leave that in the comment section below. Also, sizzle the like button for the love of bacon if you haven't already. And with all of that said, be safe, be kind, know that you're appreciated, and Super Doctor 9 is out.